When asked to name a famous scientist, most people would mention the name of Sir Isaac Newton or Albert Einstein. But another name deserves to stand beside them, and that's Madame Marie Curie. Curie was a physicist and chemist whose research into radioactivity helped shape modern science, medicine, and technology we still rely on to this day. She was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, and even today she remains the only person to win Nobel Prizes in two different scientific fields. Her story is important not only because of her discoveries, but because of what she sacrificed to keep learning, teaching, and moving science forward. We're going to discuss Marie Curie's background, her major discoveries, and the way that her work changed the world, and why it is that her legacy still matters to this day. Marie Curie was born in Poland in 1867 as Maria Skolowska. During her time, women were not given the same opportunities as men when it came to higher education. Because of that, her story was one of determination from the very beginning. Instead of accepting those limitations, she continued to chase her education however she could. She worked to save her own money, and eventually she moved to Paris to study at the Sorbonne. She left her home, her language, and everything familiar to pursue this education. That commitment eventually led her into the research that changed her life and the future of science as we know it. While studying and working in Paris, Marie met Pierre Curie, who became her husband and research partner. And together they studied a mineral called pitchblende, which gave off more energy than scientists expected. And Marie believed there had to be something inside that had not been yet discovered. That belief is what led to the discovery of two brand new elements, polonium and radium. Polonium was named after Poland, her home country. Radium became especially important because it helped science better understand radiation. Marie Curie also helped develop the word radioactivity to describe the energy released from certain materials. These discoveries may seem technical, but their impact reached far beyond a laboratory. Her work helped scientists understand that atoms were more complex than people once believed them to be. It opened the door for new research in physics, chemistry, and medicine. She didn't just discover new elements, she helped change the way that people understood matter itself. And that's why her work still connects to the world today. Before modern imaging, doctors had far fewer ways to see what was happening inside of the body without surgery. Today, x rays, scans, radiation treatments, and even cancer care are part of modern medicine. While Marie Curie did not create every advancement that came after her, all discoveries helped build the foundation that made many of them possible. Her research helped move medicine toward a world where doctors could better locate injuries, study disease, and treat certain cancers with greater understanding. Her work became extremely important during World War I. Curie helped create mobile X ray units that could be brought closer to the battlefield. These units helped doctors locate bullets, broken bones, injuries inside of wounded soldiers, saving soldiers from surgery in a battlefield where infection ran rampant. She also worked with her daughter Irene, who later became a scientist herself. And that shows that Curie was not only making discoveries, she was also teaching others how to carry the work forward. However, her discoveries also changed her own life in painful ways. At the time, people did not fully understand how dangerous radiation exposure could be, and Marie Curie worked closely with radioactive materials for years without safety protections scientists use today. She handled materials that glowed in the dark, worked in difficult laboratory conditions, and spent years exposed to radiation that slowly harmed her body. Her years of exposure are believed to have contributed to an aplastic anemia, a condition where bone marrow does not produce enough blood cells. And the same research that helped change medicine also damaged the body of the woman who helped make it possible. Some of her notebooks are actually still radioactive today because of the mere materials that she handled while working with them. Her work was brilliant, but it came with a cost, and she still continued to do work. After Pierre Curie died, Marie Curie moved forward through grief. She took over his position, and she became the first woman to teach as a professor at the Sorbonne. She also helped lead the Radium Institute, where research continued in medicine and radioactivity. Her life shows more than scientific achievement. It shows leadership, resilience, and service. She became a teacher, a mentor, and a guide for the next generation of scientists. And Marie Curie faced barriers because she was a woman. She left her country to study. She worked in difficult conditions, experienced personal loss, and suffered physical harm from the work that made her famous. Yet she continued to learn, teach, and serve others. Her story was that of success is not always about having the easiest path. Often it comes from consistency, patience, and refusing to give up on work that matters. Curie's life also showed that education is not just about earning recognition or reaching personal goals. Education becomes a way to understand the world more deeply. It can also become a way to make a difference. So far, we've discussed Curie's background, her discoveries, her medical impact, and her lasting legacy. Her life showed that determination, curiosity, and commitment to learning can lead to something much bigger than personal success. And Marie herself once said, "Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood." And I think that quote perfectly reflects her life. She spent her life trying to understand what others could not yet explain. Because of that, she helped change science, medicine, education, and lives of people she would never even meet. This is what makes Madame Curie worth remembering.